Yo. Where? You can see me, no? Hold up, let me change the thumbnail. Why are you question marking? No, I can't. You are capping. It's just a black square? You are capping. Wait, what? You are capping, fuck you! God damn it, I closed my stuff because of it. You know what sucks? It sucks that you said a black square, because if my camera doesn't work, it is indeed a black square. So I was like, wait, what the fuck? How did he know it's a black square? That's weird. Like, he must be right. Fuck you! You got me. Hold up, let me do a thumbnail. And then, it's not gonna be a long stream, by the way, but I just wanted to do this because, well, partially because it makes for a fun YouTube video. And I feel like it might be a fun segment once a month. Next for Elder Ring tonight we will be watching Kino. That does sound pretty hype actually. I didn't know he was still making those videos. Some music is what we need. Let's go for some... something chill. Do you wanna know what quirky trait I have? You can't relate to this at all because you're poor, but I have 3 monitors. Okay, for the record, you don't need 3 monitors. I got the third one for free, that's why I have 3. My Dutch pronunciation must suck there, but yeah. Anyhow, 2 of my monitors are right here. I have one right in front of me and then one to the left of me. And then this one, I use for all kind of useless stuff. Here is where my quirkiness comes in. To access this monitor, what I don't like is that I need to use my mouse to go to the right. So I don't go from this monitor to this monitor by going from left to right. Instead, I access this monitor, the one where my camera is coming from, by going up on this monitor, on my middle monitor. So I go from here to the left to access that one, and then from here up to access this one. Because I don't know, it feels more natural. That's all I had to say. Alright, let me close the door. Oh, let me not close the door because it's already closed. Surely a 4th monitor will get your life in order. I got it for free. It was gifted to me. Otherwise I would have never gone for the 3rd one. I think 2 is a must. I think 3 is overkill. Free you're never gonna use. Unless you're like some bank trader or whatever, but you just need 2. 2 is all you need. Okay, how is 2 a must? Dude, you will understand. Once you have 2, you will never go back to 1. You can just do anything without the need to tab out shit. It's so convenient. Anyhow, here's what I want to talk about. Okay, this is what today's stream is going to be about. I'm actually feeling good today for once. I slept properly, which is insane for my standards. So I got the energy, which is what I needed on the Kafka stream, but it's alright. I prepared this for you. It should all work. Welcome to the latest segment in my stream. Okay? It's gonna be a monthly thing. At least I hope so. It might be a quarterly thing with the way I do my live streams. But I thought it might be fun. Games monthliest news. The title is a work in progress, to say the least. I'll figure something out. It might be a little bit of a spelling issue. I want you to know I took. Wait, is what I'm gonna say true? 6 years of English class. Gay ass background if I may interject. Oh, so you feel right at home then. Cool. Alright. What I want to talk about first is, at least the way these things work, is I took the most important pieces of news that happened in the gaming sphere the last month or so. Because what happens is, you fuckers only play League of Legends and Valorant all day long, and then I want to talk about different stuff, but nobody fucking knows what's happening in the world. So, if I just give you the news, I can point out to the video and be like, just watch my fucking live stream. That way we don't have any issues. So, first things first, I want to talk about, if it wants to work. Bada bim. Bada boom. I want to talk about this one, right here. And not just this one, right here. These brands are, well, not popular. At least they're popular, but they're not for the good reasons, you know? They get some drama once every so often, and it's for one very good reason, which is money. Because they really like money, and they get a lot of shit for it. I wanna add a new brand to this pile, which is this one, right here. Rockstar Games. Because these gentlemen have been under some big flack this month. And it's because of this game, right here, which you might have heard of. This is, what's it called again? I don't know, I have it in the next sheet. Red Dead Redemption. This is Red Dead Redemption, right here. A game that is pretty old by now. I think it came out, 2004. Oh no, it came out a little bit later. And it was super duper popular. So popular, in fact, that it has a sequel by now, which was also a mega success. Red Dead Redemption 2. But we're talking about Red Dead Redemption 1, which might be a little bit weird because obviously this game is very old. So why would it be in the news this month, right? And that's because people love this game. And Rockstar Games knows it. And if people love a product, you want to find ways to sell it. And so Rockstar Games got a little bit greedy. Because what they did with this game is they decided to port it. They decided to port it to PlayStation and Nintendo Switch, which at first doesn't seem like that bad of a thing, is it? You know, more people will get access to a game that is rated a 95. That seems like a pretty good thing. But obviously there's some flack here. Firstly, turns out it's not a remake. It's not even a remaster. It also has no multiplayer. And when I said PlayStation, I didn't mean PlayStation 5. I meant PlayStation 4. And it doesn't even come with 60 FPS. And one thing I don't really care about, but a lot of people do, is that there's also no physical copy. So, in essence, it's just a port. That's literally all it is. So, right off the bat, no effort went into this. Which, even for just a port, you could argue at least we get to play the game on different devices, right? So maybe not the worst thing in the world. $50. For a game that is so old, it has a sequel that is already a couple of years old by now. $50 and it doesn't even come to PlayStation 5. And it's not a remaster, it's not a remake. We have had remakes that are $50 that blow the original out of the water. In this case, that's not what's happening here. Which, it gets even worse because, well, how could you possibly value this port for €50 when the original is 30? There's a €20 price increase and nothing gets added to this game. Absolutely nothing. You can buy the game right now for $30 on an older console. And so people were angry. Now, we had a couple of fine gentlemen, actually this time, from IGN, who usually get a lot of flack because they are terrible when it comes to reviewing their games. But when it comes to interviewing, they're actually not half bad. And so they asked the CEO, this gentleman right here, about why this is so expensive. And, you know, when you talk to millionaires, it's always like, they're kind of out of touch with reality. Because the gentleman right here, which is called Strauss Zelnick, CEO, he said that the price was commercially accurate. So, simple as that. Nothing more to be done about it. And just because I wanted to see how out of touch this gentleman right here really is, I googled up what he earned last year, and it seems to be he earned about 30 million. So, say what you will, the dorks will be paying $50 for Red Dead Redemption. Sadly, there's nothing to be done about it. Now, I will say, Rockstar makes pretty good games. I really hope they don't go down the Ubisoft and EA path where they do this kind of stuff more and more. Because it's kind of a shame. I'm sure Red Dead Redemption is a really good game, but I certainly won't be trying it for $50. No fucking way. Maybe 20. Unless it was a remaster or a remake. You know, those are things that you can start considering then, but this is just insane. Anyway, next topic. What else happened this month? This one, right here. Baldur's Gate, which is a game I knew absolutely nothing about. Other than the fact that it's Baldur's Gate 3, which, well, is one number higher than 2, so it must have some history. And so I googled a little bit about the history of this game, and yeah, there actually is a Baldur's Gate 2, which came out in the year 2000, which is my birth year. But that means that this game is super old by now. So, why is it getting a sequel now? Well, there's actually kind of a good reason for it. See, Baldur's Gate 2 was developed by a different company. Yeah, BioWare. But Baldur's Gate 3 is not developed by BioWare. So that's a little bit weird, because usually the developer holds the rights to the product, right? For Baldur's Gate, that's not the case, because Baldur's Gate is owned by this company you see in the background, which the name slips me. It's like Wizards of the something. But they own the right to Baldur's Gate, and they lent it out to BioWare back in 2000, so they could make Baldur's Gate 2. Now, this company is actually gigantic, and everyone has heard about the products that this company makes, because they don't just have the right to Baldur's Gate. They also own Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons. So this is the dork company, and they decided to give the rights to Baldur's Gate to a different company, and they made Baldur's Gate 3. Which was a very clever thing to do, because Baldur's Gate 3 is a dummy success. This is as of now, the highest rated game that has come out this year. Even topping The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which is insane to me, because that game was astonishing. So this is a huge surprise to me. Now, that's not where it isn't just that this game has high ratings, because also these numbers are absolutely insane. Baldur's Gate 3, as of this moment, is, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 7th highest Steam game peak players ever. So, to say this game is a success is an understatement. And why is it so successful? Pretty much because there's no money-hungry shit, there's no payable DLC, there's no microtransactions, and the game's just super good, apparently. I haven't played it, so I can't really speak to its success too much, but that's what I've heard. People just wanted a good action RPG, and they got it with Baldur's Gate 3. And I guess from success came more and more stories. And now we're here. So yeah, the top 7th highest peak players ever on Steam. Which is very, very impressive, if you ask me. But that's where the story ends, as of now. I'm sure it will get DLC down the line. I feel like if the game is this successful, they'll probably end up making some DLC. But yeah, that's about it. Next up. Our friends over at Call of Duty are in a little bit of trouble. Because Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the latest game that they created, came out at the end of 2022. No, somewhere in the middle of 2022 actually. And this year, we're already seeing Modern Warfare 3. Which is a little bit weird. Not even a year later? Now, you might be saying these games are on a year-to-year cycle because they have different developers working on them. Which is true, there's actually multiple developers creating Call of Duty. And so they can, a company has a little bit more years than just one to work on a single product. But it was still a little bit odd, and so fans went into the code to see what was happening here. And as it turns out, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is using the exact same code as Modern Warfare 2. Which suggests that, in essence, they are just making DLC and selling it as a new game. And people weren't too happy with that. Now, as the story progressed, since I made these sheets, some new trailers have come out for Modern Warfare 3. And it looks to be a little bit of a different situation. What seems to be happening is that Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 will be separate games, but they will like merge. So that when you open up Modern Warfare 2, you'll see Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Warzone. It's kind of like a games collection type beat. And so even though they use the same code, it will still be a fully new game. And it will have a new story mode, it will have a new zombies mode actually, and it will have all the multiplayer goodies. So at that point you really gotta ask, even if they use the same code, does it really matter? Because if there's so much new content, it might as well be worth the money that you're gonna pay for it, right? So it is what it is. It's a little bit of a devious take. I think I wouldn't mind too much. If the game is good, I think it's worth the price. It doesn't really matter to me which codes get used. Or if it's even DLC. Sometimes a DLC is as good as the base game. And I would still pay the same money for it. So, you know, it is what it is. And then last but not least, our heroes over at Overwatch are in a little bit of a pickle. To no one's surprise. Because Overwatch 2 came out on Steam. So you can play it from the Steam client. Which is actually pretty cool. You don't need to open Battle.net for it. Which is something Ubisoft never does. So at least they get a little bit of a plus. But Overwatch 2 is officially overwhelmingly negatively reviewed. With 140,000 reviews. Of which 130,000 are negative. Which obviously has nothing to do with it being released on Steam. It has everything to do with Overwatch 2 screwing over the players from the PvE drama that was from a long while ago by now. But I thought it was a little bit funny to mention because Overwatch 2 is officially the worst rated Steam game of all time. Not by too much, I would say, but according to the votes, it's by a lot. Percentage-wise, not so much. Thought it was a little bit funny to mention, and that is all I have for this month. So that's about it. I feel like it's a pretty good YouTube video. I added this smiley because I thought it was pretty cute. And also that's how you end PowerPoints, isn't it? Let me go back to this one, right here. Yes. And now I need to close all of these. And I need to slow. Not Riot Games. No, not Riot Games. Not yet, at least. League of Legends 200 Jin skin. Yeah, I saw that today. I would have added it probably, but I don't think it's too much drama as of yet, is it? I heard it was. I heard it actually wasn't that bad. Like it was something else. Like you're not just paying $200 for the Jin Chroma. There was like you get a lot of different other rewards, which make it like more decent. But I only heard about that today. I probably would have added it anyway. It seemed a little bit controversial. But I don't know. That's all I have for today's stream though. I wasn't planning to play anything if that was what you were hoping for. Although I will say, I thought it would take a little bit longer. But I'm a fast speaker, what can I say? Let me... Also, what do we think of the camera setup? Is it better than last time? Because you didn't answer me in DMs. Like last time it was from high up, if you remember. But I didn't like it. I don't know what it was. I lack object permanence. Yeah, fair enough. I know. I think it is though. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna be heading out. Also, because I have a month to prepare now, hopefully I have some more things to talk about next month too. And maybe I want to do a little segment with like games that are gonna come out. Because I could have talked about Lies of P and Mortal Kombat as well. Ah, that would have been good. Yeah, okay, I might do that in the future. Anyhow, thanks for being here. Appreciate it, as per usual. I see you playing Genshin, so probably fighting some bozo in the new story. Oh, I could also talk about the new Genshin. Dude, there's so much to talk about. The new Genshin region. Anyhow, I'll be seeing you. Bye bye.